mind control. It's kind of a taboo topic, but I'm going to talk about how we literally can use our mind to control what our body is going to do with our mindset and with our thought process and with how mindful we are when it comes to our food choices. So this is something that I don't think many people really give justice to, the power that sits inside our skull here on top of our body, but our brain does an incredible number of things for us. Again, not only is it just running all of the processes in our metabolism inside our body, helping us make decisions, helping us have memory, but at the same time, the thoughts that we think, our attitude, our mindset, our thought process influences what our body is going to do with our food. My name is Megan. I'm a registered dietitian and trainer at Fitness Lying Down, and thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you are able to practice this one simple little thing that can make a big difference in your health goals. Now, I think all of us have probably been in the moment where we're feeling a little nervous, we're feeling a little anxious, and all of a sudden we can have this very visceral response in our body. Maybe we have an important meeting, we've got an interview, something is going on where we're starting to feel a little nervous, and therefore we need to go to the bathroom more often. And so you can see how some of these emotions, some of these thoughts can influence what's happening inside our body. Our thoughts have power, have immense power. And so at the same extent, not only is thoughts coming from anxiety or nervousness can influence what's happening in our body, it can also influence our appetite and our appetite suppression. So I am teaching a course right now back at my alma mater, at my university that I went to school at for Turbo, and this is a direct quote out of the textbook that I'm currently using for the class that I am teaching, and I wanted to share this with you because this was something that really stood out to me and something that really resonated with students, and I want this to prove to you that your mind, your thoughts have power. So it's about this hormone called ghrelin. And if you've heard of ghrelin before, we kind of know that this is a hunger hormone. If you're like, what the heck is ghrelin? I did a little video on ghrelin and leptin, so go back and check that out. So I'm going to read right from our good old Understanding Nutrition textbook here. So, ghrelin. Findings from an interesting research study suggest that a person's mindset also influences ghrelin's response to a meal. Young adults were given beverages on 2 separate occasions. Either a beverage labeled as high fat, 620 calories, an indulgent milkshake, or one labeled as low fat, 140 sensible milkshake. Ghrelin rose in anticipation, so our hunger hormone, our urges of hunger, our sensations of hunger, in anticipation of drinking the indulgent milkshake, and declined afterwards, much more steeply than the sensible milkshake. In reality, though, the 2 milkshakes were identical. They were both 320 calories. We just labeled them, the researchers labeled them something different.
Snicky, snicky.
Not only was the ghrelin response different, but the participants' satiety differed, reflecting their perceptions of the products. Drinking the sensible milkshake was not as satisfying, despite having the exact same content. It was the same shake. It was the same milkshake. So we can't say, oh, it was more satiating because it had more calories, but it didn't. It didn't have more calories in it. But your mind can influence that. So the sensible mindset with a relatively flat ghrelin response leaves a person with a heightened appetite. These findings suggest that there might be a physiological benefit to adopting a psychological mindset of indulgence when eating low energy density healthy foods. Research confirms that labeling vegetables with indulgent terms, for example, twisted citrus glazed carrots, increases the likelihood of a person choosing vegetables and the total amount of vegetables consumed compared to the basic carrots or healthy descriptions, despite no difference in the vegetable preparation. So what does that mean? And what does that mean for you? What should you do next? You need to drop the guilt, the shame, all of that when it comes to the foods that you're eating, even if it's a food that you think is naughty. Because we can see how that is impacting our thought process and what that's doing in your body. I tell clients, if you are going to eat a treat or something that you would deem as unhealthy or something like that, I want you to mindfully eat the crap out of it. I want you to savor every bite, because this shows that your ghrelin response is going to decline more rapidly. You're not going to be hungry. You're going to get more satisfaction out of it instead of just like, I'm just going to eat this Reese's peanut butter cup so that way it's gone and it's out of the house and it's gone. We're not as satisfied from that. Well, probably because we're eating it so quickly that we can't actually get the full enjoyment out of it. So, my tip to you, again, by the time that this video is posting, Halloween is going to be over with. But the thing is, though, is going forward, I want you to enjoy the food that you're eating and know that your body knows what to do with it. And if we have a mindset about that we're not going to, berate ourselves or belittle ourselves or criticize ourselves because of that, but we are going to mindfully enjoy some of these things, it's going to have a better physiological impact in your body. How cool is that? How cool is that? Your mind can do that. How cool is that, right? Okay, now that you know better, let's go out and do better so we can all be better.